back lane with Nigel Zane for another hour of power. And here comes Genesis, the founder and member of Exile. And she booted everybody out of Exile, and she's on her own now. She has exiled herself into a status of going for the gold of WOW Women of Wrestling. Genesis. And nobody here is taking a shine to her as she enters the WOW Purple Ring.
And David, it was just 3 weeks ago that Genesis picked up a big victory over Tormenta. Genesis still seething that she did not win that 12 superhero over the top battle royal. And in fact was won by the Class Master, who had her first title defense last week in our main event here on WOW, David, defeating Princess Aussie. And now Genesis preparing for singles action.
And her opponent from Albania is Xena Phoenix, the Albanian Grappler.
That's right, David. Xena Phoenix, who in her first match qualified for that over-the-top battle royal here in WOW, 7.5 years of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, traditional and modern. Also Muay Thai, boxing, and David, she studied also catch wrestling. Last time we saw her here teaming up in trios action, she found friendship in the team of the Dojo Defenders.
There's no friends at Genesis. As we said, she's on an island. She's exiled herself. And here we go. This promises to be a great opening match. These are two strong competitors here in WOW Women of Wrestling, and they're WOW superheroes that both want the shot at the gold.
Interesting factoid here, David, as we kick off this matchup. Xena Phoenix has yet to suffer a singles match loss here in WOW.
She's got the reversal. Look how fast she took down Genesis. Genesis has not been in a battle like this before.
No, she hasn't, and she really doesn't know what to expect as Genesis, as I believe this is the first time encounter outside of that battle royal that these two
Genesis
superheroes.
is going to the ropes. What's she saying?
Oh, Genesis saying she's got
saying
respect.
She's good. She's giving credit to Xena Phoenix. She wants to shake the competitor's hand.
Genesis,
There's a rookie mistake if you ever saw one, Nigel. But look at how she responds with a kick of her own.
The Albanian Grappler going to shake the hand of Genesis.
Genesis, this could be a pin.
Referee Chad Rico says no, it's only a 1 count. Genesis trying to play mind games here in the early goings, maybe trying to distract the new WOW superhero. Maybe Genesis thinks that Xena Phoenix doesn't know all of her tricks, but Xena Phoenix, an unknown here to Genesis. Because of her grappling background, that makes Xena Phoenix very dangerous. And if she's able to lock in that armbar, it could be over for Genesis in record time.
Genesis, once again, has never faced a competitor like this.
Xena Phoenix, a rising star here on WOW Women of Wrestling.
The Albanian Grappler in trouble. A kick by Genesis, taking the Grappler down.
Big spin kick by Genesis, who continues to trash talk the Albanian Grappler.
She says, stay down, rookie. You're in with me now. Stay down. That isn't gonna do it. Oh, she takes the Grappler across the bottom rope and puts the boot to the back of the head of the Albanian Grappler. Genesis roughing up the rookie in WOW.
And Xena Phoenix trying to reverse the momentum, but Genesis able to counter with a sling blade. Phoenix kicks out at 2. Xena Phoenix, impressively so, hanging in this matchup with Genesis, who has been on a tirade as of lately now with the X-choke in the corner, David. Chad Rico admonishing Genesis now.
And when Genesis took her eye off of the Grappler gave up. Oh, look at how Genesis came back, though, and did a roundhouse kick with that right leg right into the Grappler's face. And there, no, only a 2 count. Xena Phoenix able to turn the corner with that left shoulder.
Xena Phoenix hanging in there with Genesis now, who's using that second
Look how
rope.
she wraps her ankle right around the throat, leveraging that second rope. Now she uses the left one to hit her, a right boot, and Genesis showing up. That's the first time I've ever seen Genesis show off to the cameras. I've never seen that before. She's feeling cocky right now in there with the rookie.
Genesis really feeling herself, David, now. The kick to the side of the head of the Albanian Grappler from Genesis, who charges the corner.
The Grappler got the left leg up right in time to hit the midsection. Now she pops herself over.
Sunset flip for the Albanian Grappler. No, only a 2 count, very close, 1 second away. The Albanian Grappler with the arm dragon now, followed up by the Japanese arm dragon. We know what this means. She's gonna go for that arm bar submission, David. If she can lock it in on Genesis, that is going to be her goal. She floats over now, David, and has Genesis hooked up in the fireman's carry position.
The firemen from Glendale, California and Los Angeles here tonight watching the action. They knew exactly what maneuver that was. But now, on top of the shoulders goes the Grappler on top of Genesis' shoulders.
And Genesis, oh, wait a minute, David. Wait a minute. Some of that jiu-jitsu training paying off.
Genesis in trouble right now.
Genesis could feel it. And now in a desperation, slinging the body of Xena Phoenix into that turnbuckle. And Genesis, my goodness, with that full Nelson slam, middle of the ring, this thing's over, and Xena Phoenix has suffered her first singles loss at the hands of Genesis tonight.
And one may say, possibly in watching this, it could have been an upset.
Here is your winner, and Genesis! Introducing first, accompanied by Siren the Voodoo Doll from the mean streets of Los Angeles and the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, respectively. It's Fury and magnificent Miranda Mirage.
Well, David, we're seeing quite the team here, managed by Siren the Voodoo Doll. It's the heavy metal sister, Fury, and magnificent Miranda Mirage.
The Voodoo Doll put the cards on the table. She flipped the cards over and she said, we're gonna put together a team of the magnificent Miranda Mirage with the headbanger herself, Fury.
Rock and roll and magic always go together, David.
And that's what the cards said.
And their opponents from San Bernardino and Los Angeles, California, respectively, it's Sugar and Spice, the Mighty Mites.
The Mighty Mites! And you thought I was gonna say Spice and Sugar.
At least you didn't call them salt and pepper like Lana Star did some time ago. Nonetheless, Sugar and Spice, the Mighty Mites, here to spread some positivity to your life, David. Add a little bit of flavor. Their superpower, David, turning negative into positive. The Mighty Mites.
Many fans love the Mighty Mites, especially the youngsters that come here and watch WOW.
The Mighty Mites, Sugar and Spice, taking a moment to pose for our fans here at the WOW Arena. And they are set for tag team action, I believe, a first-time pairing of Fury and the magnificent one, Miranda Mirage.
The superhero capes are removed and we are underway.
Miranda Mirage now kicking things off for her team against Spice, the 4'6" Spice. What a contrast that is to the magnificent one, Miranda Mirage, with the obviously longer limbs, legs, and arms on Spice now.
As this tag team action gets underway, remember it's the main event. It's a tag team action matchup. Miami's Sweet Heat in there tonight.
And now, Spice off the ropes. The running knee to the side of the head of Fury as Fury And for her team, magnificent Miranda Mirage was able to tag out. She didn't want any part of Little Spice. And as a newcomer to WoW, I don't know how good of a partnership bond that made with Fury, but a smart move putting the veteran in the ring. Double Russian leg sweep by Sugar and Spice, the Mighty Mites now. Spice off the ropes, and now Sugar off the ropes. Cartwheel splash, going for the cover, and referee Julio Rodriguez says just a 2 count.
Tonight, Nigel, we've got an interesting main event. It was going to be the Fierce sisters in there against Miami Sweet Heat. Foxy in her last match getting injured, and taking her place tonight to help her little younger sister out will be Chantilly Cella. Chantilly Cella and Foxy Fierce. Sister Roxy will be in there in competition, and we wish Foxy a fast recovery from her injury. And Miami Sweet Heat will have their hands full in tonight's main event.
That's right, and they're going to be facing a different combination that I'm sure they've been studying tape for all week. Chantilly Cella, that's a surprise for them, and hopefully for the team of Cella and Roxy, that'll play to their victory.
Did you hear that slap across the neck from Fury?
How could you not hear it, David? You could hear that one all the way back home in Georgia. And now the tag to the magnificent one, Miranda Mirage. Miranda Mirage, who tagged out in the early goings of this matchup, and now using those long legs to choke out Sugar.
Sugar in trouble.
Referee Julio Rodriguez said, hey, you got to get her out of the corner. And now Miranda Mirage, snapmare takeover on Sugar. And using those long legs to deliver kicks. And now Miranda Mirage.
Wow, she was high on that one, baby.
And Julio Rodriguez staying in control of this contest is magnificent Miranda Mirage on the receiving end of a couple of short punches to the midsection, but Mirage using the hair of Sugar to pull Sugar down. The manager on the outside, Siren, the voodoo doll, those creepy messages that she sends, David.
The poems that she said.
They're enough to make anybody go crazy, David.
Always what's in the cards. Well, tonight the cards playing it for Fury and magnificent Miranda as Fury comes off those ropes and jams right into Sugar.
And a headbanger's ball by Fury as she leans back, a signature maneuver now as Sugar hangs onto the ropes and is slingshotted back to the middle of the ring. My goodness, what a knee from Fury now. Julio Rodriguez making the count just good enough for a 2. Frustration setting in on the face of Fury.
Nothing tasting good now for Sugar.
Sugar trying her very best to pop back in this matchup. Fury tags to her partner.
Here
and
comes Spice. Spice is in.
Spice with the clothesline and a back elbow, still not good enough to put away the magnificent one, and now off the ropes with velocity, sends magnificent Miranda Mirage down to the canvas, gets a 2 count.
She was able to slingshot herself off that second rope with that great velocity that you noted, Nigel. Now picking up the Magician. She can't hold her long, though, because the Magician rakes her eyes and quickly tags in her partner, Fury. The voodoo doll ran over there to take out Spice, or Sugar, I mean. Sugar has been taken out of action.
Fly to Fury as she plays the air guitar and walks away with the victory for her team.
Here are your winners, Fury and Miranda Mirage. Introducing first from the Bronx, vicious Veronica VaRoom, the Derby Jammer.
Shut your mouth.
Pep Riley, by the way, who is set for action against the brash big mouth from the Bronx. vicious Veronica VaRoom.
She's got the big mouth just like a lot of New Yorkers have. She is brash and she is bold and she's the jammer on the roller derby team up in New York. This Bronx Bomber, if I may call her that, is ready for action. What a debut she had here in WOW several weeks ago.
And her opponent from Huntington, Indiana, is Pep Riley.
Pep Riley from the great state of Indiana. All roads lead to Indiana, and they led from Indiana to California for Pep Riley.
Well, that's right, David. That doll that Chainsaw had looks eerily similar to Pep Riley. And when Chainsaw was locked in and only had that doll to play with, David, my goodness, the connection she must have made, and somehow sees a little bit of that in Pep Riley.
I think you nailed it, Nigel. That is a doll Chainsaw held on to since she was a child. That doll was often the only thing to comfort Chainsaw when she was younger, locked up and shunned from the public as a child. But we must all wonder about what was the video Pep Riley saw on that recorder. More on that video and budding friendship is to emerge in the coming weeks, I'm sure. And right now, the action is hot and furious in the ring. Let's draw our attention to that.
Pep Riley going for the cover now. Vicious Veronica VaRoom. David, you said it right. Pep Riley has a little bit more sass, a little bit more spunk, and seems to be more confident now with the cartwheel back elbow to Vicious Veronica VaRoom. And you know Angelica Dante cannot be at all pleased with Pep Riley now, who hits a basement drop kick on Vicious Veronica VaRoom. Referee Charlie Wu on the count says 2. Pep Riley caught by Vicious Veronica VaRoom. Pep Riley was going to hit the ropes now, and Vicious Veronica VaRoom just taking the air of Pep Riley. You mentioned it, David. She is the jammer from the Bronx, the jammer. I've mentioned it before, but in case you didn't hear it, the one that scores the points, so she has to go through everybody to score those points when she's on the roller derby team. She is as rough and rugged as they come.
And she's jamming away on Pep Riley right now. Shoulder block, often used in roller derby.
That's right, David, and now Vicious Veronica VaRoom, the big scoop and the slam, keeping things simple but effective as the Vicious one just drops both legs across the arms of Pep Riley. That's an interesting pinfall attempt, David.
Certainly is. Many people don't know this, but when, oh, look at that, banging her head right into the purple mat, is Vicious Veronica VaRoom. What I was gonna say is they don't know when Vicious comes out to Los Angeles, often she's up in Pasadena at the Ice House performing comedy. That's right, this Vicious one knows how to tell a joke or two.
There's nothing funny about that camel clutch, though, that she has up. Oh!
No, but that was a quick bite by Pep to get out of it, Nigel.
You think she got that inspiration from Chainsaw?
Could have been, could have been.
Back elbow from Pep Riley to the Vicious one. Straight out of New York now. Vicious Veronica VaRoom charges. Pep Riley gets the boots up, and now up on the top turnbuckle is Pep Riley.
VaRoom rushes the corner and Pep Riley leaps up. Oh my, right in the face.
Pep Riley tried to hit the Vicious one with a couple of shots. It is very hard because she is used to that.
VaRoom now dominating. VaRoom taking Pep into the corner.
David, Pep Riley now, as she was sent face first into the turnbuckle, and Vicious Veronica VaRoom
Driving that head back into the ring.
DDT connects. Referee Charlie Wu down for the count, and this thing's over.
Here is your winner, Vicious Veronica VaRoom, the Derby Jammer. Introducing first, accompanied by the fabulous Lana Star from the Magic City in
It's main event time, David.
It certainly is. Miami Sweet Heat not having time to prepare for tonight's battle, though, Nigel, because the competitors that will be entering the ring after this introduction are not what they expected, fans. There's the fabulous one, Lana Starr, posing with her 2 former Wild champions. Not once, not twice, not even 3 times. They are the 4-time tag team champions of the world. Miami Sweet Heat, lovely Lori Carlson, and her twin sister. For those of you watching WOW for the first time, the Carlsons are twin sisters. And that one standing is luscious Lindsay. What I want to know, Nigel, which one's older?
That's a great question, David. I know they both have the same birthday, though.
Well, I want to know who came out first.
And their opponents from the DMV and Indio, California, home of the Coachella Festival, is Roxy Fierce and Chantilly Chella.
It was just a couple of short weeks ago when Miami Sweet Heat defeated Chantilly Chella and her tag team partner, the Island Girl, Kalaki. Could the same happen tonight in our main event, or will the team of Roxy Fierce and Chantilly Chella prove to be unstoppable for Sweet Heat?
Well, when Foxy got injured, it was automatic Roxy thinking of Chantilly, wanting to get a little revenge. And look at the 2 of them as they enter the ring. Roxy and Chantilly Chella. And unlike Holiday, who's got no soul to the movement of the beat, these 2 are jamming to the beat.
Chantilly Chella and Roxy Fierce. What a great partnership, David. It makes sense.
Certainly does, and the fans like him. The referee, our senior referee, Jeff McGowan, and it's underway right now. The Carlson twins went around Jeff and started the action fast and furious. Introducing this brand new tag team to Miami Sweet Heat, and they quickly got a boot off the ropes by both of them. But Roxy didn't get her feet all the way up. One of the Carlsons was too tight in there, not giving the space. But they were able to get them both out of the ring and set the stage for this main event.
Listen to these fans, David. Just yelling out the name Roxy now as Roxy Fierce using that power to hip toss lovely Lori, and what a body slam. You know, usually the Carlson twins aren't outmatched on strength, but I think they might have met their match in Roxy Fierce. Beautiful arm drag takeover. Roxy Fierce, who's fighting not only for herself, but for her sister watching at home. Foxy Fierce, big body slam from Roxy Fierce. Going for the cover now, Jeff McGowan says only a 2 count. Now, David, we also have to think about the other tag team in the Fab Four. That's right, brand new team of Holly Swag and Penelope Pink. My
Lindsay's
goodness.
head taken into the purple mat for the first time I've ever seen, Nigel.
What a wild ride for Lindsay Carlson, the luscious one now, as Chantilly Chella has the front face lock locked in on Lindsay Carlson, who uses that power to drive Chantilly Chella into the corner.
Chantilly pops up, and Lindsay was going to drive the head right into her. He got caught into the turnbuckle, and now the upper hook by Chantilly Chella. Snap bear by Chantilly Chella. Chella off the ropes. Thez press onto Lindsay. 1, 2, no.
Double knees there, variation of the Thez press from Chantilly Chella. Kicking that leg of luscious Lindsay. Hey, I kind of like that variation of the Thez press. We should call it the Chella press. And now, Chantilly Chella with the leg locked in, and the luscious one reversing the hold. That's some old school wrestling right there for you,
They
David.
know how to do it because they train in their own ring. It's in their house in Florida.
That's right, and they were trained by one of the roughest, toughest Hall of Famers off of the Wild Samoa, now Chantilly Chella, though. A ring veteran herself with over 11 years wrestling in China, Japan, and has the leg locked in.
Look at that, Lindsay going for the bottom rope to get the break, Nigel.
Chantilly Chella.
Look, Lindsay's injured. This is the first time I've seen Lindsay trying to shake off something. Her leg is injured, Nigel.
Again, David, you know, Chantilly Cella running right into that turnbuckle, David. Might even hit the pole now on Luscious Lindsay, using those purple locks of Chantilly Cella to drag her head right down to the canvas. And now, in the corner of Sweet Heat is Chantilly Cella. Double kicks by Lindsay and Lori. Lovely Lori with the boot underneath the jaw, tagging into her twin sister, Luscious Lindsay, and now.
They're demonstrating now why they're the 4-time tag team champions of the world and why they want Big Rig Betty and Jesse Jones in that ring one-on-one one more time. They want the championship so they can become the 5-time tag team champions of WOW.
And they have not let anybody here forget it, David. They have been demanding singles, one-on-one, I should say, matchup with the tag team champions. The last time they had an opportunity was in a triple threat tag team championship matchup of, I believe, a first of its kind here in WOW.
Oh, here goes Lori. Lori popping off that second rope.
A variation of the Vader bomb.
Would I be correct to say Lindsay's the more ground and pound and Lori's more the high flyer of the two twins, Nigel? Would I be correct in saying that?
You would be, David, and I think also Lindsay always has a bit more of a mouthful to say than lovely Lori does.
Oh, she loves the mic even more than Lana.
She loves the mic and the attention, but they all do in the Fab Four, David. And now, Lindsay Carlson picks up Chantilly Cella, big scoop and a slam. And now, of course, lovely Lori going once again for that Vader bomb, but misses.
Nobody home on that one.
Leaving an opening now for Chantilly Cella. Tags into Roxy Fierce.
Roxy with that shoulder block, taking down Lori. Lori taken down again, and she's not looking so lovely right now, baby.
Like a defensive lineman now as Roxy Fierce. Big back suplex, David. Roxy Fierce, can she get it?
Going crazy in here.
Can you imagine if Miami Sweet Heat is knocked off by the team of Roxy Fierce and Chantilly Cella? The weeks and weeks and weeks of demanding a match for the WOW World Tag Team Championship would, I imagine, go down the drain now. Take a look at that power.
Foxy's sister, Roxy, going to town, but now they've taken her out. Look at the kick right to the head of Lindsay. She's going to feel that tomorrow. She better have a bag of ice in bed tonight.
You know who better have a bag of ice is Chantilly Cella, who just got kicked right in the teeth by lovely Lori now, who charges Roxy Fierce, eats a boot for all of her troubles. And now, lovely Lori.
Oh my! She just took over Lori, who just sailed over the third rope. She was able to catch herself like skinning a cat by holding onto the rope. Lori now instinctively going up to the third rope.
Wait a minute, here it is, the Fab Jam, David! The Fab Jam. Lovely Lori hooks the leg, and this main event matchup won by Miami Sweet Heat.
They showed why they are the 4-time tag team champions of the world. Lovely Lori Carlson coming off the third rope and doing the Fab Jam with the help of her sister, Lindsay Carlson. What a shot at getting that victory.